Yo, what's going on YouTube and Facebook? I'm your boy Rory with Roar Sports Media, and today we are doing something special. But first, I'm joined by my co-host Jordan Wigg. How you feeling, man, on Draftmas Eve?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. This is a draft that I've been this has been probably one of the most exciting drafts, just leading up with the offseason, all the trades, all the trading out of the first round, the trading back, and I'm just excited for what tomorrow is going to bring. Who's going to make the big jumps? Who's going to make the big trade backs? Who's going to go to make the big steals and go get the players of their future?
I'm excited. Draftmas Eve, this is the final mock draft for the channel. Let's get into it. And with that being said, I think the Jaguars know who they want. Yep. With that said, I think that the Jaguars are going to go ahead and take their quarterback of the future. This has been the most unwell-kept secret for the entire year. As soon as the Jaguars got that first overall pick, they were going to take Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson. This guy has been the absolute pick since he was, since high school, and then going into his freshman year in Clemson and winning the national championship, man. He has been the pick for sure.
Yes. Definitely. I couldn't agree more. We all knew this was coming. We all know he was going to be a number one round, the first round pick since he was a freshman. So obvious. Don't screw this up, Jacksonville.
For sure. All right. And on to the next pick.
And the New York Jets select Zach Wilson. It's been all over the news. They already said they were going to pick him. Everybody knows it. There's no reason. They love his measurables. They love what he brings. They think there's even been arguments he's probably the most complete quarterback out of all the quarterbacks. He's ready to go. Got a new coach. Zach Wilson's your man.
I mean, he kind of came out of nowhere for me, but when he on his pro day, when he did that insane throw and the way the ball flies out of his hand, man, it's very Aaron Rodgers-esque. I'm not going to put him on that level of like sheer talent, but arm talent, he's definitely up there in the league just on what he can do and like the arm angles he can use. We are going to move on to the third pick. And on the clock, San Francisco, the 49ers are going to take their quarterback of the future. And I think it's all been kind of weird with the 49ers, but after what I heard today, man.
You're not doing it.
I am. No! I'm doing it, man. Bro, Trey Lance to the 49ers. Like pretty much he kind of confirmed it. Like pretty much him talking with the Niners. It's all been a smokescreen. I don't think it's Mac Jones. I think it's Trey Lance. And moving on to the fourth pick, sir.
The Atlanta Falcons select Kyle Pitts. Let's go get another weapon. Matty Ice. You've talked nothing about heir apparent. You need another weapon. Julio Jones is fading. You've got a good defense. And that's the thing about it. You've got a good defense. You need some solid weapons, edge, CB, safety. And it's sorry, not a good defense. My fault, y'all. Pretty bad defense, but you've got a good defensive class, a really deep defensive class. So I would go with the best player available. That would be Kyle Pitts. Go get yourself another weapon for Matty Ice.
Yeah, so pretty much with this approach, offense is your defense. Like they're just saying, you know what? I'm going ultimate spear and zero defense, baby. I'm a glass cannon, but that shot's gonna kill you. All right. So good pick, sir. So moving on with the fifth pick in the 2021 Roar Sports mock draft, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to take Jamar Chase. And I don't love this pick, but from what I'm hearing around just everyone in general from Cincinnati, they're taking Jamar Chase and they're saying, you know what, we can get ourselves linemen later in this draft, which this is a pretty deep class for linemen. And Chase is a damn good receiver. I think he's going to be an all-pro, Pro Bowl type receiver for us. My thing is, this draft is going to be determined on how well the Bengals can get offensive line later in the draft, pretty much. So let's get on to the 6th pick, the Dolphins. Sir, you are up.
For the 6th pick, the Dolphins get the weapon that Tua Tagovailoa has always needed, Devontae Smith.
I like that.
Plain and simple. Get him a stud. Get him a stud. Will Fuller, Devontae Parker, Devontae Smith.
That's a great group, and they actually their offensive line is building, and they're going to be able to build up way more in this draft. Right. And without further ado, on to the next. All right. So we have the Detroit Lions, and Penei Sewell literally said today when he played Madden as a kid, he played for the Lions. And I know for a fact if Penei Sewell gets to the Lions, they're not passing him up. They literally said that today, pretty much like, hey, this guy's generational. He's the guy that we need to solidify our offensive line. He's the guy that's going to open up the holes for Kerryon Johnson and DeAndre Swift in the run game. He's going to protect Jared Goff, and we'll get receivers later in the draft. We'll see what's up. The Panthers are on the clock, sir.
I understand the feel for Justin Fields, but I feel like they are going to go get him another weapon. I do see Jalen Waddle being the next best pick. Go give Sam Darnold the weapons he's always wanted. You've got Christian McCaffrey out the backfield. You're going to give him a lot of weapons. Let's see what they can do with a powerful offense, a good defense, and top 3 best running back in the league when healthy? Easy?
Yeah. Yep. So give him an explosive playmaker. Without further ado, we're on to the next, and the Broncos are on the clock. And the Broncos got their guy of the future. The Broncos are getting Justin Fields out of Ohio State. So the Broncos in this situation are absolutely killing it because they didn't have to trade up to get the quarterback that they probably wanted. They didn't have to give out a lot of capital to get up to 4 to get the guy that they probably wanted all along. I know they got Teddy Bridgewater today, but he's exactly what his name is. He's a bridge for Justin Fields, and you know what? He's the guy of the future. And the Broncos are probably going to go to some Super Bowls. Yes, sir. All right. So on to the next pick.
And I think you got to go with the best player available, the best cornerback available right now. And I think you're going to get him a partner, Trayvon Diggs. I think you will go with Patrick Surtain.
All right. Patrick Surtain is going to be wearing the star yet again for us. With the 11th pick, the New York Giants select Rashawn Slater. They're solidifying their offensive line so Danny Dimes can be Danny Dimes yet again and not having to rush through his reads and being Danny 2 cents. So, Rashawn Slater definitely solidifies the line. I don't know if he plays guard or tackle in this league, but they obviously need both. Hernandez is going to have another guy to the left of him, or he's going to have another partner to the opposite of the center for him. So Rashawn Slater just all around improves your offensive line, which is what Saquon and Daniel Jones need.
Solid.
Love pick. All right, on to pick 12.
And the Eagles, as much as I would love them to draft a kicker, will select Micah Parsons. He's the best player available. They do need linebackers. It's the obvious pick. They need to go hit people in the mouth, and their defense is weak.
Yep, I totally agree. Honestly, yes, BPA, and he fills a position of need. And I don't think that you could really go wrong with many of the picks right there. I love Barmore. I love Darrisaw for him. I think Jalen Hurts is better than Mac Jones, but that's who you want.
Yes.
I love Micah Parsons. The dude's extremely fast. At 250, runs about a 4.3. So yeah, big old bowling ball running up the middle. He's great off the edge.
And to be fair,
and he's decent.
Yeah.
He can get better in coverage, but if you want him to just fill a hole and rush the edge, dude, he's your guy. On to the next pick 13. All right, so the Los Angeles Chargers are on the clock, and they are going to take tackle Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. He's the third best tackle on the board, and so they need to solidify that. They need to solidify that offensive line for Justin Herbert. He was running for his life last season, and we don't want that. Justin Herbert showed he can be a fantastic quarterback, and that was even under pressure. The dude was absolutely amazing. He was giving Joe Burrow a run for his money for Rookie of the Year until Joe went down, and then he eventually did become Rookie of the Year. So having that tackle definitely helps your cause.
Yep.
All they need to tackle is sure up that offensive line, and their running back needs some pressure. He needs some open holes, and Justin Herbert needs some time in the pocket. And I'm doing what the Bengals are not, and I'm giving my quarterback some time. Yay!
GM Rory. GM Rory.
Oh, big Wayne. Big Wayne happens here. Okay. On to the next pick, the Minnesota Vikings.
14th pick of the draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Trayvon Moehrig. They need safeties. He is the best safety by far in the draft. Okay. They need the Purple People leaders back.
Cool. Next, we have pick 15. And with the 15th pick in the 2021 NFL Roarcast mock draft, the New England Patriots are taking Mac Jones out of Alabama. This guy is pretty much a Dollar General Tom Brady. He is immobile, but super accurate and good processor. Something clearly Bill Belichick and McDaniels clearly like up in New England, because I don't think they're too sold on the Cam experiment at this point. So Mac Jones, if he falls this far, which he should, NFL. Yeah, he's a Patriots way all the way. Mac attack up in Foxborough. And on to the 16th pick, the Arizona Cardinals are on the clock.
Good pick.
All right. And on to the 16th pick, the Arizona Cardinals are defensive interior lineman, and they just so happen to get the best rated interior defensive lineman on the board. Christian Barmore is going to Arizona. They're solidifying the inside of their defense. They're stopping the run. It's clearly the Seahawks like to run it with Chris Carson. The 49ers, for God's sakes, they love running the football. So you need a big guy in the middle who can penetrate and stop the run. Christian Barmore does that for you out of Alabama. The dude's an absolute monster, and he's gonna be a fantastic player.